fall for the next 12 months.
And you know, here's the thing. It looks really cool.
It does look cool. It looks cool. You're right. All right, we shift from questionable spending to a questionable existence. This is the latest video of El Chupacabra. Here we go. Outside D.C.
Oh,
here's the
nice.
thing.
D.C.?
Yes.
DC?
They're all over
well, that
Texas.
explains a lot.
Migrating. He rode the train out there.
I heard about the debt ceiling. So he shows up. Check him out. This is a wild looking deal. Now, this is not just a dog with mange. You should see the tail on this thing. It's like a mix between a dog, a kangaroo, all sorts of things going with this. They ended up trapping it. They took old Chinese food and chicken breasts, actually.
Yeah, that's
and they got it, which chupacabras are well known to enjoy.
Right.
Just don't undercook them. And so anyway, that is what we're looking at. That is the latest.
This looks like a deer.
That's it. Nobody knows. It's not a deer because it's got this tail that's this long. Hey, look, I'm just saying. This is not a dog with mange.
All right, we'll stay on top of this.
Okay, all right, you know we will. All right, here's a look at what's going on. Across the south and east, pretty good complex of storms still going through areas of Chaves County and over into Eddy and Lee counties. This will hold on for another few hours, and then things will start to back off. 83 degrees in the metro. We do still have the east winds out there, courtesy of some of those storms out to our east earlier. Winds die down throughout the night tonight. 60s and 70s off to the north, down to the south, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Not great moisture for today. We've seen it across the south and across the east throughout this afternoon. Well, for tomorrow, a similar type of setup here, but really the overall nature of what we're going to see here isn't necessarily great for us storm-wise because high pressure is parked right over the state, or it's going to be here over the next couple of days. But it's still going to allow some moisture into the surface here. But this moisture at the surface is probably going to need a little bit of help. And we are going to occasionally drag a little weather disturbance over the state here over the next few days. That low can help to pull the air up in the atmosphere and ring out some more storms. So we're not done with the storms by any stretch. We'll drag a little moisture in. We'll get a few weather disturbances. So even though the high is over us, we've still got a chance for scattered showers out there. It's not great, but it's better than it could be, and it's probably better than it's going to be this winter. This is a look at the snow forecast from AccuWeather coming up for the 2011-2012 year. Looks good along the front range of Colorado, not so good across New Mexico, below average metro area down across the south. But as you look a little closer here, the above average around Denver could be good for us because what they're counting on is a lot of cold air blasting along the front range. When that happens, we tend to get a lot of cold fronts across northeastern New Mexico, and eventually if you drag those cold fronts up and the moisture up, you can get some pretty good storms in the form of snowstorms across our northern mountains and across the northeast. So I think we're looking at not such a great snow year, but I don't think it'll be as bad as last year. And if you believe what these guys are saying, we could do okay in the northeast. However, metro, south, drier than normal. More details on that to come. 80s and 90s across the four corners. Scattered afternoon thunderstorms. A little better chance of storms coming up for Thursday and Friday around the four corners. Down to the south and west. Temperatures here 80s and 90s with scattered storms tomorrow, and we'll keep them going into Thursday as well. Meanwhile, over to the southeast, best chance of storms around Carrizozo, Ruidoso, and Cloudcroft, but still around Roswell and areas out to the east. A spot storm not out of the question over the next couple of days, but it won't be widespread. 90 Springer, 88 Roy, and 93 in Conchas. More scattered storms across the northeast tomorrow with highs remaining in the 80s. Over the northern mountains, temperatures here 80s and 90s. Afternoon thunderstorms will be a possibility in at least a scattered fashion in Santa Fe. Down into the east mountains, temps here in the 80s with scattered rain. And here in the metro, scattered showers for us as well. It's not exactly what we'd like to see, but again, it could be worse. That chance of showers around 30%. For us, that's actually decent.
Yeah, 30%, that's great.
We'll take it.
Yep.
We'll be right back with sports.